What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, we got the battle for the real SC, South Carolina versus USC. It's about to be a fun battle. Of course, I expect South Carolina to get the dub, but who knows? Maybe Lindsey Gottlieb and crew can shock the world. If that happens, guys, that would be amazing. But I don't anticipate it happening. However, I'm excited for a really, really good game. Hopefully it's a really good game for South Carolina and company. They want to make it back to another NCAA championship game, and to do that, they have to go through USC. And USC, hey, they're looking to try to make some noise, try to shock the world again. And we'll see ultimately if that happens. Guys, we just tipped off. The ball goes immediately to Medina Akot. She looked like she traveled. Okay, so Medina traveled. Yeah, I was saying, not happening. Let's not lie to ourselves. I mean, Lindsey Gottlieb, they just showed a clip of her. She said, let's shock the world. Let's do it again. So, hey. Well, that doesn't help. Starting off the basketball game with a turnover for USC. They got a lot to work through. A whole lot to work through in this game. I mean, yeah, it's not likely that they'll be able to end up getting the dub, but who knows? Who knows what can happen? Anyway, Tessa to Joyce. Joyce misses. Medina, really nice rebound. Forceful rebound. She misses the putback, but she does get fouled. She's going to head to the line for 2 shots. On the floor for South Carolina, we have Joyce Edwards, Medina Akot, Tessa Johnson, Taniyah Latson, and Raven Johnson. For USC, we have Jazzy Davison, we have Kennedy Smith, we have Malia Samuels, we have Kara Dunn, and we have Laura Williams in the starting lineup for USC. Medina makes both of their free throws, of course. Free throws are going to be a big thing in this game, and so, yeah. All right. Really good defense. Ball goes to Kennedy. Ugh. That was a nice shot, though. I actually don't mind that shot at all. Kennedy Smith with the missed field goal. Raven with the basketball to Medina. They're allowing Medina a lot of space. If I was Medina, I would have pulled up on that one. She had a lot of space on that one. Taniyah Latson. I think that was a 3-point shot. She missed it. Oh my goodness. So focused on boxing out that you allow somebody else to get the O board. Jazzy. Oof. Really good defense. Man. Okay, 2 turnovers to start the ball game for USC. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to go to Tessa. Also, technically, we are not day 1. We are day 4. Joyce almost turns the ball all over. Gets it to Taniyah. To Raven. Raven for 3. Front of the rim. Good rebound. All right, Samuels. Passes out. Kara. Gets it to Jazzy. Ooh. Ah! She's off balance with that shot as Williams misses the shot at the rim. That was a tough bucket, though. Got a South Carolina turnover. But yeah, guys, it's a round of 32. It's been kind of an insane day, y'all. A huge hugely insane day as Notre Dame shocks the world. And man, another missed shot by USC. That was, who was that? That was Kara Dunn with that miss. Joyce, post move. Ooh, all right, Joyce. You better be big down low. Love to see it. Samuels with the basketball. Samuels probing a little bit, picks up her dribble, has Tessa Johnson on her, gets it over to Kennedy. Kennedy behind the back. Ooh, misses the shot. Tessa, you know, has to exaggerate a little bit. She does get the foul call. I mean, Tisha, upset city, man. Upset city. It's been a great day. It's been a great day for women's basketball. That's all I gotta say. I came into today expecting one upset. Y'all, we got 3 and counting. So who knows? Could it be 4? Could South Carolina go down? Could UCLA go down? Who knows? Well, South Carolina ain't going down if Joyce Edwards has anything to say for her. Another bucket inside for Joyce Edwards. Y'all, another turnover. 3rd turnover for USC. Yeah, we might wind up with a complete and utter blowout. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a complete and utter blowout. Man. All right. Tanaya with the basketball. Mid-range. Ooh, doesn't hit it. Medina's crashing them boards today. Raven. Ooh. Okay, Raven. With the jumper, with the free throw like jumper. I like it. Kennedy Smith with the basketball goes for the mid-range. That was a bad shot. Oh my goodness. USC is playing like trash. I really shouldn't be surprised at all. South Carolina with the basketball. Raven has it. What you gonna do, Raven? Gets it to Tanaya. Tanaya to Tessa. Tessa. Back to Tanaya. Tanaya gets it to Joyce Edwards. Joyce, another move. She misses. Come on, USC. I don't get it. Joyce goes for the first shot. She misses, but USC, they're just looking. They didn't crash the board, so Joyce gets her own rebound, and then you foul her on the putback. It's a little bit of a growth needed for sure. But again, not surprised. Not surprised. K-Jack says, it's going to be a tough night for those Trojans. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, USC is not showing much effort. This is, unfortunately, it seems like it's about to be a blowout. Joyce getting ready for a second free throw. She made it first. Misses the second. Another offense. Well, no. It was over the back. Foul. Foul on the rebound by Dowda. All right. Well, London Jones in the game. Jazzy tried to force something up. She misses badly. Joyce taking it coast to coast. Ooh, gets it to Makir, who misses the three. Oh my God. And Makir takes the ball straight out of Mendez's hands. Oh my goodness. She had the rebound. And wow. That's, jeez. Oh my God. This is terrible. 0-13 and gets the ball stripped again. Wow. South Carolina is on one. Well, they get a turnover on that one. London Jones has the basketball. Jack up. Ooh, that was Kennedy Smith with the nice mid-range. First bucket of the night for USC. This is about to be a long night, I'll tell you that. Now, I tell you what, it's going to be a long night. FaZe says, game over already. FaZe, I think you are right. And FaZe, I know you was crazy excited by the, what do they call her? The princess? AZ Foot, and how she played earlier today against Syracuse. That was not really a game at all. AZ was on a mission. She was on a mission, man. She was on a mission, man, and she ain't no fishing man. All right, we're at the first time out. First game break of the day. And while we're doing that, I want to give a huge shout out to Sling TV for being the sponsor on this live stream. Here's the thing. They've been sponsoring my channel for like a week or so. And the reason why is because they want everybody to know about their new, well, not even new. The fact that that's funny. I just talk about AZ Foot, and here's an AZ Foot commercial on the screen right now. But I wanted to just give a huge shout out to sponsor Sling TV, because they are the go-to when it comes to being able to get a good deal and watch the games that you want to watch. We're in the tournament right now. Lots of games has been had. We're on day 4, day 2 of the round of 32. And things are going to get more interesting as time goes on. And if you want to be able to watch one of these games and you don't have cable, well, don't worry. Sling TV has you covered. They have a 1-day, a 3-day, or a 7-day pass. You can get a day pass starting at just $4.99 to be able to watch the games that you love. You don't have to have cable to be able to watch cable TV. You can just get a day pass, watch whatever you want to watch, and then move on with your life. Or you have a lot of games that you want to watch. Like, I mean, right now would be the time to get that 7-day pass. If I were you, you get that pass and be able to watch all the games you want to watch. And you know, just know what's going on without having to just watch a recap of it later. Also, sling.com/underdog is the place to go. They had an initiative around the top 12 or 16, making it sit around the 16. That didn't necessarily happen on the women's side, but you know, it was a good opportunity. But if you want to sign up for sling.com or Sling TV, I say go to sling.com/underdog to learn a whole lot more live TV your way. Sling.com/underdog to learn about their underdog initiative that they had, and also to sign up for sling.com. All right, Sling TV, TV your way. All right. Yeah, Con Lenny, that game was over before it really started. I mean, you don't really expect anybody to take down UConn because UConn is UConn, but you know. Yeah, they're showing the Clemson USC round of 64 game where USC barely got the dub. Tisha says it is crazy that the air the blowouts during prime time when the real excitement were close OT and double. I'm saying, how many of y'all was excited and surprised that Notre Dame actually played team basketball? It wasn't just Hannah Hidalgo and the Hannettes. It wasn't just the Hannah show. Now it was the Hannah show on both offense and defense, but like the rest of Notre Dame actually showed up to play. And I was like, wow, okay. Shout out to y'all for like being basketball ready. I'm just saying, like, I mean, usually, you know, Notre Dame in general, they play like trash. You know, you got, of course, Hannah that is amazing, and sometimes Cass shows up and sometimes she doesn't, but everybody else doesn't really do much. But today, y'all, we saw a new and hopefully improved, well, definitely new and improved version, but hopefully more consistent version of Notre Dame, as it wasn't just Hannah, it was Vanessa DeJesus had a fantastic game in this one. Ayana Moore also really, really good. KK Bransford gave some really good minutes off the bench. You know, Cass Prosper did her thing. Like, it was a full team effort for Notre Dame, and that's something that we don't see very often. Jelani Cambridge was on one. She was absolutely insane, but she stood no match against a full team complement, right? Kennedy Smith, another bucket. She has all 4 points for USC so far. But yeah, overall, I like Notre Dame. I was like, okay, it was the reverse for a chance, because Ohio State, I feel like, is usually a little bit more balanced than they were today, right? And like usually the shoes are reversed. Like Hannah's scoring like close to 40, and the rest of her team ain't really doing nothing, and they lose. And now today, that was Ohio State today. Anyway, Maddie to Tessa, misses on the fast break bucket, but who was at a rebound? Joyce, who she misses that shot. And rebound goes to McKeer. All right, ball goes back inside. Joyce, get another tap. Come on, is that a foul? Joyce get fouled on the shot, and Joyce got a whole bunch of makeup on her back. Biomarkers Biology says, if Notre Dame plays like this, their game against probably Vandy could be fun. Yeah. I mean, if Notre Dame actually show up, if everybody show up, hey, if I'm Neil Ivy, I'm saying, hey, we just shocked everybody getting this win, and we did it as a team. Let's do it again as a team. Yeah. Ohio State is usually a strong tourney team, and I don't know what happened today. I mean, Jelani showed up. Everybody else, well, not so much. Not so much. All right, London Jones gets to the rim. Okay, LJ. Do your thing. Tessa to Joyce. I mean, South Carolina whole game plan. Get the ball to Joyce. That's it. Get the ball to Joyce. And hopefully she makes the shot. Ooh, good pass. Really good pass by London Jones for that bucket. I always mess up on her name. Russell Sutute for the layup. And she promptly goes straight to the bench. Okay, here's the thing. Basically all college teams do this. I've never actually asked someone why they do it. Okay, when they're subbing someone in, it's usually like some sort of towel or whatever, and they take it and the person coming in has the towel, they give it to the person who's coming out, and the person who's coming out takes it and gives it promptly to usually the first person, like sitting on the bench, like some sort of staff person or whatever. What's the purpose of that? They don't even use it to like wipe their face or like whatever. They have their own towel when they actually sit down. But like, what's the purpose of like doing that? Is it just a signal, hey, you're going out? I mean, isn't that normal? Like, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Why? Like, I guess it does prevent having 6 women on the court. But like, is that enough of a fear that like you always have to do that? Well, you have to just get something and hand it to the person that you're coming in for. Just a curious question. Not sure if anyone knows. I've been watching college basketball for forever, and like maybe they've always had something like that, but like I feel like it used to be useful, or maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know. As time goes on, I forget some old stuff, and so like I feel like they would always just like give the other person a towel or whatever, but like I don't know, for them to just like hand it off right away. I don't know. It's just a random question. The things I think about while watching a game. Anyway, Raven Johnson with the basketball gets it over to Tessa at the top of the key. Tessa, back to Raven. Medina sets the screen. Raven probes inside, misses everything but backboard, but Medina is there to get the rebound. So many offensive boards by South Carolina in this game. A lot of O boards. So far, South Carolina, they are killing it with the O boards. 7 offensive rebounds to start off the game. It's huge. Huge. It's basically like Raven Johnson was actually passing the basketball to Medina. It wasn't really even a shot. 11 second chance points for the Gamecocks. Raven to Tessa. Thought about the 3. Probes inside. Tessa misses, and Medina once again gets the O board, but she misses, or time expires before she's able to get her shot up. At the end of the first quarter, the crowd is hype. They're on their feet because their Gamecocks are winning 26-8. And I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. That was the song they was playing as it was going to commercial. If anyone was not watching the game and they're like, what? Why is she singing that song? Jesus says it's like a baton. It is, yeah. Steele says, was at work, but I had a bad feeling about Iowa before the game. Iowa hasn't looked good since that UCLA game. Well, yeah. I know, but I guess I had like more faith than I should have had in Iowa. And specifically in Ava Hayden not fouling out and being able to complete the game. Because I think, yes, they were down when Ava fouled out. And also, that foul, Ava Hayden, what are you thinking? It was she fouled, her 5th foul was her going over the back on a, trying to get an offensive board. Why would you do that? But again, she's a sophomore, so like I get it why, like, lapse of judgment or whatever. But like I was just like, come on, girl. I think that sealed the nail in the coffin. The game was kind of over because at that point, Virginia had already had the lead, and it felt like momentum was kind of turning into Virginia's way. And I think that foul by Ava Hayden to get fouled out, I think that sealed the game. And then for some reason, Iowa kept force fouling, like quickly fouling. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are only down by 2 possessions. You got a little bit over a minute left. Why are y'all already forcing the foul? I didn't understand it. And at the end of the day, Iowa got by Virginia. Yep. Shout out to Tammy Weiss. Jackson says Tammy Weiss Reese had one NCAA tourney run and got the job at Florida. Yeah, because Florida wasn't paying nobody nothing. The only number I saw was like fairly low in terms of what supposedly Florida was paying. And you ain't getting a coach like a Coach Yo with the amount of money Florida was paying. And so, you know, Tammy Reese, she got her team, which was Rhode Island, got them to a tournament. And that's pretty impressive for a team like Rhode Island to make history. And so that was kind of cool. And so shout out to her. She got a payday. Definitely getting paid way more than she got paid at Rhode Island. And she's about to see what she could do. I mean, hopefully she can make Florida better than what they are now. Oh, yeah. Iowa was not going to beat TCU. I did not think Iowa would beat TCU. Yeah. Tisha says Hannah was rebounding like a mad woman at the end. Yeah, though Iowa did not go out with a fight. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. No one wants the ball more than Hannah wants the ball in just about any situation. Any situation, it don't matter who they playing. It don't matter. No one wants the ball as bad as Hannah. It's point blank, period. Bria says, do you think the star from Florida will leave? I forgot her name, but she was a baller. Are you talking about Liv McGill? Maybe. I mean, here's the thing. Liv McGill is a certified baller. She scores a bunch of points. However, you know, she gets a long leash because of where she's at. It depends on like whether or not she's cool with her numbers going down. Like if she goes to a really good team, her numbers will go down. Her efficiency, I think will go up, but it's a question mark of like, what does she want? Does she want numbers, right? Does she want the vanity metric? Or does she want to like compete for a championship? Or maybe she just likes Florida and wants to stay and wants to commit to a team and stay with that team. Right? And it's transfer portal craziness. Not everybody has to leave. But like if she does leave and go to a better team, I think she does have less points, right, per game. I also think that efficiently, she gets better efficiency wise, right? Her shot selection gets better. She does a lot of turnovers, like a ton of turnovers. If she goes somewhere else, that's gonna get worked on, or she's gonna be sitting on the bench, right? It's just a matter of like, does she want to just be able to be out there and do whatever she wants to do with no consequences because she's just that good, or not? I think that's the massive question. That is the massive question. Also, it looks like Malia Samuels may have tweaked her knee or something. After that last play, it seemed like she was kind of like, you know, holding her knee or something like that. Walking a little weird. But Dina at the free throw line makes it. Dog, I thought this game would be a little bit more interesting. Here's the thing. I knew USC was about to get killed, but I thought it was going to be at least competitive for the first half. But this got boring in the first couple minutes. Oh, good pass. Good bucket. That was Laura Williams with the bucket. Fantastic pass by Kennedy Smith. All right, 28-10. Can USC go on a run? Can they? McKeer. Raven. Passes out to Maddie. Back to McKeer. McKeer gets bumped on the drive to the basket. Foul on Jazzy Davis. Yeah, Lindsay Gottlieb has no answers. Look at her face. She has no answers out there. I mean, it's hard to have any answers against South Carolina. It is. Raven, Joyce turns around, faces, decides to back down, picks up a dribble. Almost a turnover, but whoo. Okay, Raven. Okay. That was nice. Raven Johnson with the corner three. Booyah. Jazzy, way out of control. She just threw something up. She misses, but ball goes at a bounce on South Carolina. Seal says, I think Lindsay has done pretty well without Juju. I mean, she has. You got to give her credit. She has. Now, do you still have a lot of talent on your roster? Yes. Did they lose some games that they should have won this year? Yes. Does their offense still leave a lot more to be desired? Yes. But yeah, she has done fairly well. Considering you lose arguably a player of the year type of talent, right? Someone who would have been a player of the year this year, right? So, oh my God. Joyce just goes in, steals the basketball, gets to the Tessa Johnson. Tessa for three. Tessa misses. Mr. President is staring at me. I'm assuming it's because he's hungry. Ooh. Kennedy Smith scores again. She is their only hope. 9 points for Kennedy Smith. Joyce. Oh my God. There is no answer for Joyce. We need to start this. Who can guard Joyce Edwards? That's the question. Who can guard Joyce Edwards? That is the question I have for y'all. Princess, can you guard Joyce Edwards? Mr. President, can you guard Joyce Edwards? Can anybody guard Joyce Edwards? This girl is on fire, okay? I'm just saying. Tisha says, I definitely could have went to water aerobics if not for the entertainment of this live because this game is totally one-sided. Go feed them. You won't miss much. Yeah, I should just go feed them. Yeah, I mean, this game is way more boring than I expected. I tell you. I wish I was able to go live for that Ohio State Notre Dame game. I think that was like the game to watch of the day. But it was during work, so I couldn't go live. But man, that was the game to watch. Really not this game. Not this game. Not this game at all. But it's almost halftime, so I could feed him at halftime. He laying down now. It's President. Are you entertained by this game, Mr. President? Or nah? Let me know. Seems like it's nah. He not impressed. He not impressed by USC. And you want to know what's not impressive? Well, the cost of cable. It's a lot. It costs a lot to be able to stay up to date with all the things that you want to watch. However, if you are just a select person where you're like, I'm interested in just certain things. I'm interested in this one particular show. I'm interested in, this one particular game. Well, consider Sling TV, because sling.com is where you can go to be able to sign up for a 1 day, a 3 day, or a 7 day cable package. Let's say you're only interested in women's college basketball, in particular, the tournament that's happening right now. Well, you can sign up for a 7 day pass and be able to watch the round of 16. You'll be able to watch the round of 8. And as we get to the round of 4 and then the championship game, you can watch those as well. So highly, highly recommend you all to sign up if you are like, you know what? I like TV, I like sports, but I don't want to pay for a monthly subscription. Well, you can just get Sling TV and be all good to go. The 1 day pass starts at just $4.99. Sign up at sling.com/underdog, sling.com/underdog. They are showing Kennedy Smith right now. She did collide with the photographers after a basket. She's on the bench right now. Here's the thing. If Kennedy Smith is significantly hurt, they stand no chance in this game. Well, right now they don't really stand a chance, but like even more so, they don't stand a chance if Kennedy Smith is out for a prolonged time. Hopefully she'll be back in just a moment. And Dawn is not happy with what she sees, even though her team is up. I always enjoy. Also, do I sound normal? I don't sound normal in my head. It's because I'm still like semi-sick. Jazzy Davison for 3. Okay, Jazzy. All right, that's something. That is something. That is something. All right, Joyce tries to get it to Tornabees. Ball goes out of bounds. It's staying with South Carolina. Yeah, Vandy is cooking Illinois right now, 64-45. But shout out to Illinois for even making it to the round of 32. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, Illinois is really building something. And speaking of building something, USC with the rebound, Jazzy Davison with the basketball. Jazzy, oh, doesn't get it. Tonight, Latza with the ball. Medina, shoot that 3. Come on, Medina. Medina was supposed to shoot that blankety blank. She doesn't do it. But she does get to the rebound. Yeah, she traveled. Of course. Here's the thing. A lot of times, I mean, I say most of the time because some of y'all can get all in your feelings, but it's probably most of the time. A lot of times, when Medina got the ball and she's in the post and trying to make some moves and whatnot, most of the time, that girl is traveling. PSA, that girl is traveling. Most of the time, or a lot of the time, a good amount of time, when she is in the post and trying to do moves, she's traveling. So all you gotta do is watch her feet and watch her travel and blow that whistle. Blow the whistle. Doo, 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 doo. Actually, no, that's a terrible song. Actually, I just thought about it. Oh, that's awkward. I'm gonna move this thing back because that's weird. Here, I'm gonna move this thing down. Because I don't want you to hear that much. All right. Is this better? Let me know. Is this better? Landon with the crazy comment. Landon, have fun. Have fun on the internet, Landon. Kay says, so is this going to be another tournament that ends with LOL Don Staley wins? I mean, yeah. I, South Carolina is just better, man. South Carolina is just better. And what's up? Hopefully you have been doing well. It's always one of those things where like I feel like I know y'all, and if I don't see y'all username for a while, I do be wondering like, oh, what happened to that person? what happened to that person? But Kay's, very good to see you again. Yeah, the game is on ESPN, so you can watch it on ESPN right now. It is getting into that blowout territory eventually. And here's the thing, like South Carolina is like playing with USC right now. Like South Carolina is not actually dominating like they could be if they want to be, right? What would Steph White do? Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's gonna be hard for her to get the ball. To me, and they're talking about Jazzy Davidson and how to get her good looks. I'm of the mind that like you give her the basketball and you draw up a ton of screens for her with the basketball in her hands. Cause like, yeah, she can cut and whatnot, but like we've this is an active defensive team that South Carolina is. Like they're going to deny. Like you're probably gonna get the ball stolen more times than you succeed with getting her the basketball on a cut. So I get what they're saying, but I just against South Carolina, it's a struggle. See, they weren't trying to get it to Jazzy at that time, but another turnover for USC. Joyce with the basketball. Joyce misses. Gets fouled. And we'll head to the line for 2 shots. All right. I wonder if Mama's still watching this game. I think Mama was watching it earlier, but y'all know Mama. If she feel like the game is not gonna result into a close result, she'll stop watching. So, I wonder if she's even watching this. See, look. That's why Jazzy needs to just have the basketball in her hand. She didn't even sniff the basketball. Okay, on that rebound she did. Jazzy with a 3. Okay. But that wasn't a planned play. That was just a rebound that led to her getting a good look. And speaking of good looks, tonight Latson with a good look inside gets a shot. Okay, Jazzy has about that's what I want to see. She missed it, but like that was a pretty decent look for Jazzy Davidson. She had the basketball, got a screen, and then immediately went up for a 3. London Jones get the ball stolen again. Oh my goodness. Joyce. And of course, again, Joyce Edwards gets fouled. My says, I wish YouTube had a feature to merge the chats from your dual streams, which awesome people of the internet convo to be in dilemma. Well, yeah. I wanted to make sure that like people on both channels got a chance to like see it. And I can't figure 3 fouls for Jazzy. Man. That's terrible. That is really, really tough for USC. Like I want to make sure that both channels like know that I'm live. But at the same time, you're right. It is awkward with the chats because like one chat has way more activity than the other, and I can see both at the same time, but you all can't. And so that's quite a bummer. And of course, another South Carolina turnover leading to a South Carolina layup. McKeer with the foul. There's a lady in the crowd that was already standing up before Tanai even made the layup. Samuels to Jones. Oh, she almost made it. Kennedy Smith. Raven. Ooh. She should have made that. That was a makeable basket by Raven Johnson, but she misses. Raven's like, you know what? I missed that one layup, but let me get a steal and let me get a layup. And of course, Khadijah Sessions comes out on the court excited and trying to hype up the crowd. Man. Wow. Oh, Raven Johnson with her 1,000th point. Man. Have y'all noticed that Khadijah Sessions and Snia Latson look very similar? Did y'all notice that? Tisha, that's dedication. It says, yeah, I now have 3 screens going, 2 chat, and the game on TV. I appreciate it. Our names are not in color anymore. What do you mean? It should be. Or at least for me, all the names look black. But yeah. Says, Quita, are you seeing all the Tennessee players hitting the portal? I mean, if they're not, they're going to be soon. Tennessee was a dumpster fire this year. And so, yeah, I expect a lot of players to hit the transfer portal. Yeah, they very much look alike. Now we got a zone. Miss 3 leads to a McKeer layup. Man. 11-0 run for South Carolina in the last 2 minutes. Jeez. I have 2 different memberships, and so you might be on the one without the membership. I don't know. This is something I gotta figure out. I gotta figure that out because I don't like the idea of having 2 different memberships. I think I should just have one, but I have 2 different channels, and so I'm hoping that one day soon YouTube figures out a way to merge this, because I know I'm not the only channel. I know there's a lot of channels that like have multiple, like there's a lot of creators that have multiple channels. But I want to have like the same experience for everybody. And so I want to hopefully 14-0 run. Another Tessa Johnson. What was that, 3-point shot? Anyway, I want to figure out how to do that. Oh my God, another turnover! Man! Is McKeer okay? She got knocked out of bounds. There was no foul on that play. Jeez, there is once Jazzy Davison went to the bench, it just is over. It's over. Thank you so much, Kays, for the super chat. Says new place, or is it a new location you stream in? Thoughts on the WNBA season being longer? Question mark. Yeah, this is my normal living room. It's just I'm recording from like behind where I record my videos in one spot. But I like now this one is I'm sitting down, and so I'm like behind my normal setup in front of the TV. But same setup. My thoughts about the WNBA season. I like the idea of the WNBA season being longer. I think the WNBA just has to be okay with competing with the NFL. And when you compete with the NFL, you lose. You know? You'll still be successful. I think Joyce is mad about that missed shot. She seems frustrated. But why are you frustrated? It's okay. It's okay, Joyce. But anyway, we at halftime, and South Carolina is absolutely dominating. Yeah, the other channel is it's either Quita Love Sports or Quita in the Morning. It's not telling me which channel you're commenting on, but yeah, that is the other channel. Don's like, hey, this is what we do. But yeah, I'm excited for the WNBA season to start. I've been ready for it, and I'm gonna have a video coming out soon about everything you need to know about the CBA. But first things first, 30-point lead for South Carolina over USC. This is belt to you know what. Man, it's gonna get worse in the second half, so we'll see what happens. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna feed the dogs and eat some pizza. Be back in about 10 minutes. right, guys, I am back. I am back from halftime, and it's a large deficit, 30-point deficit. Make that 32-point deficit for USC. And here's the thing, I don't really see this team being able to come back and get the dub. But hey, who knows? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Kennedy Smith misses the first shot of the half for USC. Tessa thought about three. Decides to try to pass it inside. That was a terrible pass. Ball gets stolen. Doesn't matter. South Carolina stole it right back. Man. There is no real daylight, guys. Joyce. Man. Works inside, gets the bucket. 14 points for... Actually, no. Scratch that. 16 points for Joyce Edwards. Good shot by Kara Dunn. Still a 31-point lead for USC. Tessa. Mid-range. Misses. Jazzy Davidson is in the game. Here's the thing. Remember, guys, she has 3 fouls. Had to sit a large part of the second quarter due to foul trouble. If South Carolina can get Jazzy in foul trouble, get another foul, this might be a 50-point victory for South Carolina. USC foul. Raven tries to get it to Joyce. Ball was knocked out of bounds. It is going to USC. Jazzy. Yeah, she keeps picking up her dribble. Miss President's still eating slowly, but surely. Why are you looking at me, dog? Wow. That was trash. Time was about to go out, and Kennedy Smith just like chucked something up. Truly, guys, there is nothing USC can do. Now, USC looks like a team that's already defeated. That's what they look like on their faces. Another Medina offensive rebound. This USC team looks so defeated. So defeated. Joyce. It's a broken record. Another Joyce layup. Pretty uncontested. She has 18 points in the game so far. Kara. Miss. Amelia says, "Oh dang, I was just about to turn the game on. I just got home." Don't turn the game on. Medina for 3, and she hits it. If you want to watch Medina hit threes, turn into the game. It's the first 3 of the game, and she makes it. That's about the only really exciting thing that's happened today. It's a total Demolition, Amelia. The game was over from the beginning. Another USC turnover. Okay. All right. Jazzy with the steal. Okay. Does that lead to anything? Yes, it does. Okay. 2 points for Jazzy Davidson. That's something, I guess. Man. L. Kune says USC looking like Tennessee right now. Just gave up. Yeah. At this point, yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, if you don't wanna play tight defense on Medina go knock down that 3. That was fantastic rotation on that shot too. Jackson says, I wonder who from USC is going into the portal. I'm curious about that too. I mean, here's the thing. Remember, USC is going to be very different next year because Juju's going to be back, right? Their best player in the world, or in college basketball. Juju's going to be back, and Juju's going to be great. I mean, assuming she doesn't hit any health snags. That's a huge benefit for this team. So this team is going to be very different next year, talent-wise, because of Juju. Okay, Jazzy. I expect Jazzy to stay with this team. At least that's my hope. And then they also have a good class coming in as well. And so I don't know. I don't know how many people hit the portal. Of course, it'll be some. But is it game-changing players hitting the portal? I don't think so. And another Joyce Edwards layup and foul. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Amelia says, well, I knew South Carolina was going to win, but I was hoping USC would put up a fight, LOL. Yeah, I was hoping for a competitive first half. Right? Of course, we all know that South Carolina is way, 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 way better than USC. Now, would it be a different story if Juju was healthy? Yes, I think so. I think the margin gets a lot closer. But without Juju, yeah, South Carolina is way better. Way better. Wow. Joyce Edwards is in elite company. 21st 20-point game, and she's in company with Asia Wilson on that. That's pretty impressive. To be in the same era as Asia Wilson, like, you know you're doing some stuff. Jazzy with another 3, misses. But yeah, I expect this game to be relatively competitive in the first half. Tessa misses the uncontested layup. London Jones. Come on, girl. Shooting it's bad enough shooting a poorly timed long 3. It's even worse to airball that 3, which is what Jazzy Davidson, or not Jazzy Davidson, which is what London Jones just did. And the Mr. President's so upset he went over to his chair, and now he's sitting down. But yeah, dog, I mean, I expected a little bit of a fight. Something. This was over from the word go. It was over. Let's see how the segue goes. And you want to know what else is over? Well, the days of being stuck with a yearly or monthly cable bill, if you don't want to. A lot of people, they're only interested in certain things, right? A couple times a year, you may tune in, you may tune back out. And you, when you want to tune in, you don't want to necessarily have to get a full month or a full year of a subscription. And this is where Sling.com comes in, because Sling TV is the most flexible way to watch live TV. With the tournament happening right now, you might be curious. Wow, Nafisa Collier got I don't think I've seen his full-fledged commercial for Geico, for Navisa. Okay. Shout out to her. Anyway, Sling TV is one of the most flexible ways, not one of the, in my opinion, most flexible way to watch live TV. And the reason why is because you can have a 1 day, a 3 day, or a 7 day pass to be able to watch whatever it is that you need to watch. Maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's a certain series. Maybe it's a sporting event that you want to watch. And you can absolutely do that with Sling.com. And you can actually get access to a day pass for as low as $4.99. To get signed up, learn more at sling.com/underdog live TV. Your way, sling.com. Sling TV. Definitely a good watch. Sling.com/underdog. And thank you to Sling for sponsoring this stream. Amelia says, I just saw Virginia won against Iowa. They are tearing up my little bracket. I mean, my bracket's toe up. My bracket's done. It's done. It's done. I didn't expect there to be a ton of upsets on the women's side. I didn't. But today was the day of upsets. I mean, dog. You know? Virginia. Kamora Johnson is a beast, right? Taking down Iowa, right? You got Notre Dame and Hannah Hidalgo and the complement of her teammates that actually showed up today. They were able to take down Ohio State. I mean, I had West Virginia losing. I told y'all that I thought West Virginia was going to lose. But they were, which, yeah, that was an upset for Kentucky to get the dub. But overall, upset city today. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then you got games like this. And all those games, all those upsets, they was all earlier today during work hours, which was unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. Okay, London Jones. Hit a mid-range bucket. Rafe says, I really do like this Sling. It has the 1 day pass. It's very useful if you're just interested in another Joyce Edwards bucket, and she gets fouled once again. Another and one opportunity for Joyce Edwards. It's so easy. All you have to do is run any guard, run a screen and roll with Joyce Edwards, and there's two easy points constantly. She really does make it look very easy, Joyce Edwards. That's a talented girl right there. Very talented. Yeah, my hero scores. Dog, I just don't care. Because this game is so not competitive. So not competitive. Con Lady says, my bracket in your Quila Sports bracket has me in 9th place. Wow, that's pretty good. Totally forgot that I picked Notre Dame over Ohio State. I wonder how my bracket's doing. I'm sure it's not doing very well. But let me just check. Let me just check how my bracket's doing. I gotta check to see it. Yeah, it's terrible. But there is one perfect bracket remaining. One. Alicia Tornabees. Another bucket. Guys, to be quite honest with you, I think I'm gonna call it quits after the third quarter is over. Oh my God. I got McKeer with the baseball pass to Tessa Johnson and Dog. Throw your hands up. It's over. A 42-point lead for South Carolina. I'm gonna call Mama real quick. I'm put her on the spot and see if she is I want to see if she's watching this game, because I want to tell her you know what's going on, because at this point she probably stopped watching. I'm gonna put her on the spot and call her and see what she got to say. All right, Mama, you watching the game?
Yeah.
And you still watching?
Yeah, I was still watching because ain't nothing else to do.
Mama, can you believe how bad this game is?
I can't believe they're playing this bad. They just can't. I think they came in knowing they was gonna lose, and when South Carolina just started beating them from the beginning, that was the end of it. You know, to me, they knew they were gonna lose, but it was no effort in the beginning, and then they tried to start doing something, but it was too late. South Carolina was in the groove, and it was just no matter what they were doing, they were just scoring. So it was a little sad.
Yeah, this is kind of, Mama. It's kind of embarrassing a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of bit.
For USC, this is embarrassing because it should have been a little bit more competitive. Even if you're gonna lose, it shouldn't have been such an easy feat. This was like a UConn game almost, you know.
Yeah, this was a Big East game. That's what it was.
Yeah,
yep.
That's the way I felt. I was like, oh, y'all doing what UConn been doing to everybody in this kind of game. When they were winning by 30, I forgot what it is now, but it was winning by 30 points. I was like,
yeah, they winning by 42 now. This is crazy. But it was over when the second quarter had just started, and South Carolina was already winning like 31-10, and I was like, it's over. But even before that, it was over. They came into this game on a massive run for South Carolina, and like it was sad. And we saw, Kennedy Smith trying to do something, Jazzy trying, but like Jazzy with foul trouble, that really hurt her. And just this team, like looking at their faces, they look defeated, and they look defeated early.
Well, because it's like South Carolina came out like smacking them in the mouth almost.
Yeah.
It's a basket. That's what they just came out, and no matter what they were doing, they was hitting it. And USC, they was trying to get some going, but they weren't making no shots.
Mm-hmm.
They were shooting, but nothing was going in other words. And it was like, are you just throwing the ball up? Are you just throwing the ball up? Come on, man.
Yeah, they are just throwing the ball up.
It's just like, come on now. Y'all better than this. They better than what they're playing.
Not that much better, but they are a little bit better than what they're playing. Like, they're a little bit better.
They're much better than what they're playing. Okay? It doesn't mean that they wouldn't lose. That's not the point. The point is that USC is better than what they're playing. Even the plays that they're running, Jazzy is trying to do everything she can do, but again, she's not really in a rhythm because she was on the bench for so long because of the foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just not a good game to watch. But all the other games are going off, so that's why I was like, well, I'll keep watching this. And these turnovers are just ridiculous.
Insane, Mama. So many turnovers.
Like, what is going on? And all the takeaways where he's snatching the ball from him. I'm like, yeah. I was like, this don't make sense. This does not make any sense. When they got the ball and South Carolina just takes the ball. I don't know how many times I saw that today.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's totally weak.
Mm-hmm.
Totally weak. USC, 21 turnovers in this game so far.
I'm looking at it now. We're in the third quarter. A minute and so left. 31-73. So I guess they're gonna do what LSU do is get past those 100 points tonight.
Hey, they might, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to 100. I mean,
but
Mama, I just knew that you had stopped watching. I didn't.
Well, I came off the stream, but I was still watching the game. I came off the stream halftime.
Mm-hmm. Well, we still got Oklahoma State versus UCLA happening later tonight.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, Mama, I think that's probably gonna be I think it's gonna be a competitive first quarter, but the rest of it is probably gonna be a blowout.
I'm just tired of seeing these blowouts. Lord,
but Mama, during the day, we saw some close games. Virginia taking down Iowa in overtime, right? Louisville barely taking down Alabama. Like they only won by 1 point for Louisville. And then you have Notre Dame where Hannah Hidalgo actually had help. Okay, Sammy was knocking down the three. Okay, I like that.
So all the good games were in the daytime.
Yes. All the good games were in the daytime, and they left the trashy blowouts for us. But I mean, it's not South Carolina's fault. They're so much better than USC.
Yes, but like I said, I knew they were going to win. But should you win this bad? I mean, should you beat them this bad? That's the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
I can see if you win by 20, but when you start winning by 30 plus, that's when it gets really bad. They ain't even got 40 points. Come on now.
That's true. Another upset of the day was Kentucky taking down West Virginia. Oh my God! Another turnover.
I saw the last part of that game of Kentucky and Virginia. I didn't see. I saw the very last part of that.
Mama, Kentucky.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I definitely didn't expect Kentucky to beat Virginia.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
That was the one upset I thought. The other ones, I did not expect the other ones because
I just didn't think Kentucky was better.
They're not. They're just taller, and I felt like that was West Virginia's kind of kryptonite height.
But I definitely didn't expect it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting real tight now because we're going to after the game with UCLA. Everybody's in Sweet 16, right?
Yeah. So far, we have some teams that are already into the Sweet 16 already. We have UConn versus North Carolina, which should be fun probably for the first quarter. and then I think UConn will destroy North Carolina. We got Vandy versus Notre Dame, which here's the thing, Mama.
That should be fun.
It should be very fun because if Notre Dame plays the way they played today, where the actual team shows up is not Hannah and the Hannettes, it's Hannah and the rest of Notre Dame. Like they can, if Vanessa de Jesus and Prosper and KK Bransford, if they all show up, who knows? It could be a game. All you have to do is catch Vandy slipping. We all know Michaela Blake's gonna do her thing, but catch some of the other players slipping. I don't expect Notre Dame to win, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Vandy is the better team, though, right?
Of course, Vandy is for sure the better team, but I mean, you just never know.
That's true, but it should be a good game either way.
Very good game, yeah.
I think because Notre Dame is going to give them a run for their money. They're not going to just lay down. I think that's why I'm interested in watching the game.
Yeah. I think that should be a really, really fun game. Extremely, extremely fun game. We also have TCU versus West Virginia as well. Or not West Virginia, versus Virginia, because Virginia took down Iowa. At this point, Kamora Johnson on Virginia, that girl's a straight up bucket. And I'm just like, you know what? At this point, should we just go for Virginia? Because I think they just got something special going on this year. Over with
TCU's the better team, though, correct?
I mean, I would say TCU's the better team.
Okay.
But
want the upset, so it don't matter.
But here's the thing, Mama. I would argue Ohio State was the better team over Notre Dame, and we saw the result of that. And so it's like, hey, if you don't show up, you will get got. We got Minnesota awaiting the winner of the Oklahoma and UCLA game, which is happening after the South Carolina USC one. I anticipate UCLA to win, and they face Minnesota. I do think that's going to be a pretty competitive game, but ultimately, I do think that UCLA will get the dub in that one. And then, Mama, the best game of the Sweet 16, probably Duke versus LSU. I think that's going to be such a fun game.
I can't wait for that. Is that tomorrow?
No. Wait. It is tomorrow. Yeah, it is.
I want to see that game. Yeah, I think that's going to be a fun game.
I'm sorry, not tomorrow. It starts on the 27th. I forgot that the Sweet 16 is at a different. It's at a different venue.
Okay.
So it starts on the 27th. I think that's going to be such a fun game.
Well, the next round, I think every game is going to be more challenging. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like these runs we've had these first two rounds. Because now you're really getting into the depth. Even the teams that were not expected to make it, if they're in it, they in it because they played their heart out. You know. And I think nobody's just gonna in the Sweet 16 going down. Everybody's gonna come out with fire and even if they lose, they're gonna go down fighting. I think that's so. I think the rest of the game is gonna be much more entertaining.
Yeah, that's the hope. And then Kentucky versus Texas, I don't think that's going to be that competitive in the Sweet 16. Only because, like, I mean, one, these teams have faced each other before because they're both in the SEC. Two, I just think Texas is
rolling right now.
Yeah, they just ready to get this thing over with and make it to the
it's going to be hard to even stop them from doing their normal stuff. So I think Texas will win it, but I don't think it's going to be a bad beatdown.
I don't think it's going to be bad.
Utah.
I don't think it's going to be bad, but like it's going to feel like they're probably going to have the momentum the entire game, which understandable. And then we got Louisville versus Michigan. That's a toss up. I have Louisville winning. However, you just never know with Michigan. Like If Sila and Olivia Olsen can both play really well on the same day, then hey, Michigan might get the dub.
So we got some good games coming up then.
We really do.
So all these teams that have been winning, like I said, just running over everybody. I hope they're saving some of their energy because they're gonna need it in this next round.
I mean, South Carolina right now, they still got some of their starters out. Raven Johnson is still out there. I don't understand that. This is the fourth quarter. You are about to face Oklahoma. Once you win this game, you're going to face Oklahoma.
Yeah,
a team that you've faced before, a team that's probably going to be very ready for you. I mean, at this point, should you just
because the game is over, she could just get them all out before anybody gets hurt too.
Juju got a lot of earrings in her ear. Oh my goodness. They were showing Juju on the screen. She had like four different earrings in her ear. Yeah.
Oh.
That gotta hurt because there's like 2 in the normal places and then like 2 that's like on
the cartilage part, like the middle part of the ear. Going down.
I feel like that stuff is probably painful. I don't know.
Yeah, the cartilage is painful to get pierced, but a lot of people like doing it. Oh, I see they now. She got. Oh, you talking about she got them inside the ear. She got one inside. She got 2 inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what everybody's doing now. I ain't getting them 1 and 2. That's all. 2 is enough for me.
I don't get 1.
But again, it's on the lower lobe. So because I'm not I ain't dealing with all that pain. Nope. Because you have to be careful with infection. No, I ain't doing all that. It ain't that serious. Nope. And I've had the 2, I just got a re-pierce recently, but I've had 2 holes in my ear since I was 11. So I got mine done early. But a lot of people like a lot of piercings. But I know she's not happy with what her team did today.
Oh, yeah. She's not happy. But I'm sure she expected it. She knows the level of talent of her team. Finally, London Jones hits a 3. She knows the level of talent of her team. She knows the level of coaching of her coach. She knows. So I'm sure she's not surprised. But
they're not going to change the coach. I don't think.
I don't think so.
It's like she baked in there.
Yeah. Because they. Oh my God. Tanaya Lassen with another steal. I just think that because the season went the way it went for USC, it didn't go as bad as it could have. If USC had a really bad season where, like, let's say they don't beat Clemson in the first round, okay, maybe Lindsay's job is up for grabs. But because of that, I don't think it is. She leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah. She leaves a lot to be desired in terms of her overall coaching. However, I don't think she's necessarily done anything this year that warrants, her getting out.
Well, Juju will be back next year, so that's gonna make up for a whole lot for her. With her and Jazzy together, I can't wait to see what kind of show those 2 put on together. Let's just hope Jazzy can, stay healthy. That's the main thing, because if she's not healthy, Juju can't do it all by herself like she did before.
Well, I think she could.
No, the league has gotten better. These teams have gotten better as a whole. So one superstar player, when she just took Raven out, she done. So I guess she's gonna pull them out one by one.
Yeah, so they can get their celebration.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Is this their last game at home?
Yep.
Ah. Okay. Yep.
On to the Sweet 16. So the 27th through the 28th is the Sweet 16. UConn versus North Carolina. Notre Dame versus Vandy. South Carolina versus Oklahoma. TCU versus Virginia. UCLA versus Minnesota. Duke versus LSU. Texas versus Kentucky. And Louisville versus Michigan. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. We'll see.
I think so
We'll see
too.
what happens.
I think this next round is gonna really because the first round was exciting because it was the beginning, but they were not necessarily challenging games across the board.
Yeah, there was some, but yeah, it was kind of sporadic. Yeah.
Yeah, and the second round is like it was a few the games like I said it was in the daytime. The better games where it seemed to be in the daytime compared to the night games, which were the number ones, number twos. They were playing. Yeah. So I think that's why they was in the prime time. But really, we really wanted to see those earlier games where the teams are really going at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, but this, I just hope we don't see no more games going forward like this. I just hope, because like I said, that's why I turned from this halftime, I'm looking for another game. I'm like, ain't nothing else on, you know. Mm-hmm. And I saw a softball game, like, no, I don't want to watch softball. I want to watch basketball. Where's it at? So UCLA must be at home, so that's why the game is late, too.
Yeah, it's so late.
Okay.
So late.
Well, let's hope it's a little bit better than this one. For at least a minute, like you said, maybe a quarter or two. Yeah. They can play give them some competition. UCLA is going to pull away in a minute. Mm-hmm. You know, but this was nothing. 41-86, 6 minutes ago. Yep. I'm surprised. It'd be a miracle if they get to 50 points in this game. Okay, Jazzy just scored 3 points. Okay. I guess she said, I'll just keep shooting. It don't matter. I'll just keep shooting. That ain't hurting nothing, right? Just keep shooting.
Yeah. Ain't like the rest of the team gonna do nothing. So, hey, might as well get some reps in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, in your season that you did try to do something. I'm going to get that one. Oh, she got fouled. Okay, she's going to the line.
All right, Mama. I just wanted to check in and see if you were still watching. If you were still watching.
Yeah, I just came off the channel though.
Oh, you just turned it off?
No, like I said, I came off when you halftime. I came off the channel. That's all. Oh, but I was still watching it. But I just came off the line. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're awesome people of the internet.
All right, Mama. Well, I'm gonna sit here and finish watching this. Man, they just. I mean, Juju always had the same facial expression, but they showing Juju again, and she just looked like totally like disinterested. But that's her normal look. But it's even more like, dang, your team is just bad. Your team is just bad.
Well, she realized too, if she would have been out there, it would have been a total different game.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It
would have been a total different game. Then it would have been a real highlights what her and Jazzy could do against South Carolina, and the rest of them, you know, they would need a whole lot from the rest of them. Just do your norm, you know. Mm-hmm. And they would be able to make it an interesting game, even though I think South Carolina still, would have won. Yeah. Even with Juju in there, I think they still would have won, but it was definitely made it more interesting and more competition on the floor. But, hey, it is what it is, as you say.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But I don't know if I'm going to stay up for the UCLA game or not.
I don't blame you.
Unless it comes on directly after this.
It's coming on right after.
Oh, it will? Okay, then I'll stay up.
Yeah, on the same channel.
Okay, so I'll stay up a little bit. But if it's a complete blowout, I'm just going to cut it off. I just seen enough blowout today. I watched a little bit of UConn game. I said, oh, God, I can't watch this. I was like, oh, no. I said, shouldn't they get tired just blowing people out? But I guess they don't get tired of blowing people out. But I'm like, don't you want competition?
I mean, it's not their fault that Syracuse is not up to snuff. It's not their fault.
I know. Syracuse is a decent team. It's just
they are. It's just they're not UConn level.
UConn level.
Yeah.
But I was like, ooh, poor baby. I was like, ooh. But they say like taking candy from the baby. That's the way these games have felt. And it's just a shame that only a handful are like that in the whole NCAA. Mm-hmm. Only a handful of them, maybe 6 or 7 of them, that are really top-notch, teams that it's hard to beat them.
Yep.
And it's just hard, I guess, for everybody to get what they need for the season to beat these type of teams down the stretch. It's so hard. No matter what they do to get into the tournament, they can't get past round 1.
It's a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots in women's college basketball.
That's true.
It's a way bigger gap than the men.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I have to agree because I did watch a couple of the men's games, and they are at least competitive. No matter how the other team is going to beat them or not, they're at least competitive. It was I watched a couple that were, like, you could tell the team gave up, but for the most part, the men they hustling. Mm-hmm. I mean, they are hustling because they don't want to look bad. Men don't like to look bad, playing the sport. Like, women, you can see, women you beat on their faces. It's like, I'm just out here till the clock says 0-0,
Well, also like the men, it's more parity because it's a lot of young teams with with a lot of players who may be in the NBA draft and whatnot, and so like you have like a huge dichotomy of like, maybe that's the wrong use of the word, but like of super seniors and also freshmen who are heading to the NBA, and because of that, it can be a lot of like, you just don't know how things are going to shake out. You just don't know who's going to show up, and it's less predictable because of that.
True. Right.
Whereas the women is way more predictable because you just they usually show up. They usually do what they're supposed to do. And it is what it is. But you get some surprises, like today's surprise with like Notre Dame and Virginia and whatnot. So
yeah. Well, we'll see what's going to happen with UCLA. How bad they beat.
I mean, right now,
let's hope they got a complete blowout.
Yeah, let's hope not. But yeah, I mean, it's safe to say that UCLA will win that one, and we'll move on, and we'll kind of see what happens from here because we got some great basketball coming up in the Sweet 16 once it happens.
Yeah. Now, do you think the teams that did not have as much competition that hurts them coming into the Sweet 16 with teams that have played competition and had to raise their level of game?
Normally I would say yes, but for this crop of players, I would say not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't really affect anything. If anything, it just means they're more rested.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll necessarily negatively affect anything. Like, in general, I would probably be like, oh yeah, UConn, because of their soft, conference schedule and what they've played so far. But at the same time, I mean, you have, the best player in women's college basketball and Sarah Strong on your team. You have AZ Foot, who has a ton of, NCAA experience. And so, like, because of that, I'm like, well, even though they had it easy, they're not going to let up.
Right. Okay. That's what I was asking. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, this game isn't over yet, but at the same time, we know the result, and we know the result of the next game, and we just have the Sweet 16 to look forward to on Friday. All right, well, thanks, Mama, for chatting with the people. We appreciate it as per usual.
I thought it was just me and you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Well, hello, awesome people on the internet.
Sorry, mama. Yeah, but...
All right, good night, people.
All right, see you later, mama.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Sorry, I should have told her that y'all was the awesome people on the internet was on the stream. But anyway, game over. It is what it is. But I guess now y'all can see that this is truly how me and mama talk to each other, because she didn't even know I was still alive. And that's literally our conversations. That's literally our conversations. It's just, we just talk hoops. So, sorry, mama. Anyway, but we about to get ready to go. We're about to get ready to go, but first, I got to give another shout out to the sponsor of this stream, and that is Sling TV. If you want to watch TV on the cheap, you don't want to have to worry about something's funny. So Joyce is saying something on the bench. Anyway, if y'all want to watch TV and not have to pay the yearly or monthly fees associated with it, well, consider going to Sling TV, because Sling is the most flexible, one of the most flexible ways to watch live TV. And with the tournament happening, you all want to watch a bunch of games, like the Sweet Six, or the round of 16 is coming up soon. The round of 8, and then 4, and then there were 2. Like, that's coming up very, very soon. And you all want to be able to watch that on your schedule. So you can do that by subscribing to Sling TV. You can get a 1-day, a 3-day, or a 7-day pass. It means instant access to watch the games and the shows that you love right off the bat. And then you can be done. You don't have to have cable for a month or a year, or sign up for 2 years, which some companies make you do. Just do a day pass. Starts at $4.99, or you can get a 3-day pass or a 7-day pass. You can get signed up at sling.com/underdog. Live TV your way. Sling.com/underdog. All right. Guys, I think this is it. What's up? Carmela says, I do not like when teams leave their starters in when games are clearly called. Like, Jazzy should not still be on the court. She's your only star player if you want her healthy going into next season. I gotta say, Carmela, I agree with that. Yeah, I think you make a really good point. Because here's to say, what if London Jones has 20 points? Wow, I didn't realize that. Anyway, who's to say, what if she does get hurt in the next minute or 2? You know, it just takes a second for someone to have a season-ending injury. And so I think you got a really good point, Carmela. I think you got a really, really good point. Because, yeah, the season's over this year, but, I mean, you expect her to return next year. What if she gets hurt? What if a crazy injury happens? You never know. So I do see your point. Carl says the real USC showed up. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I think we're gonna end it here, because at the end of the day, who cares? This game is over. 99 South Carolina, 58 USC. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. Joyce is still talking on the bench. She's saying something. All right. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good one. These cameras, they are staying on Joyce. They are staying on Joyce. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow, bright and early. Oh, 101. 101. All right. Bye.